Good morning and welcome to Fun Friday on Coffee with Karma. And I have a really fun topic for today. I'm going to talk about how your cat is the perfect writing of companion. Now, Bold Kitty is somewhere, not here, so I can't introduce you, but he was the inspiration for this Fun Friday thing. And I've got 15 ways a cat is a perfect writing companion. And if you like this episode, put perfect in the comments and let me know what other pet you would like me to find out how it makes a perfect writing companion. So I'm happy to do this again. It was fun doing the research on this. So, number one, and I've got notes. So, number one, cats are an inspiration source. Their quirky antics and unpredictable behaviors can inspire all sorts of things. I mean, I love watching Bold Kitty do his zoomy thing where he crouches down, you can see all the little muscles going, and then all of a sudden, choo, and he pounces up and runs off. It's hilarious. Hilarious. I also have funny stories from my dog. So, yeah, pets in general, cats in particular, are a great inspiration source. Number two, stress reduction and health benefits. Having a pet in general has been shown to, especially a pet that lets you pet them. Okay. Not the standalone, you never get to see them kind of pets, but the pets that you get to interact with and love on. And cats can be that. And my cat's a total cuddle bunny. He loves sitting on my lap and purring. And did you know that the vibrations of a purr actually have healing abilities? There is a way a cat is different from a dog in stress reduction and health benefits. Number three, routine and discipline. Cats are creatures of habit. You know, they've got a lot on their plate. They've got to lounge over here and lounge over there and then lounge under here. They need to get on your desk while you're typing. They're very busy animals and it's all a routine. But it's also kind of interesting is that they do the same routine for a while and then they switch it up, which is based in their need to not I mean, because even though they are predators, they are also prey. So a cat can teach you how to not only have discipline and habits, but how to mix it up when you need to. Number four, they encourage breaks in movement. There are times when Bold Kitty will just sit here on my desk, stare at me pointedly, and say, "It is time for you to get up and give me second breakfast, or lunch, or dinner." Sometimes he's even now gotten into the habit where he'll sit here and go, "It is time for bed. Get off the computer. You need to go assume the position as a cat bed." So a cat can teach you to take breaks and get moving. It's so much fun to trace him around when he's zooming. Number five, enhanced observation skills. When you are a writer, now not all authors are writer, I understand that, but some of you in this audience may actually identify as writers. And that means you're going to need to have keen observation skills. And watching your cat's subtle movements can help hone that particular skill. Number six, emotional support. If you've got the right cat, and I say that because there are cats who are very aloof, and then there are cats that really provide that emotional support, and sometimes they're both. My first cat, DB, he was always like Mr. Aloof, didn't wanna be petted, did his own thing, except when I was upset. If I was upset or sad, he would come and he'd purr and he'd rub on me, and he was like, "Mommy, don't cry." It was so sweet. I loved that cat. He was a tuxedo cat, a big fluffy tuxedo cat. He was a he was his own form of sweetheart. Number 7, and that is mindfulness and presence. Cats live in the moment. Actually, all pets kinda live in the moment, yeah. And observing that can help remind you to live in the moment too. Maybe be mindful of what's because you know what? One of the causes of writer's block is poor alignment with your environment and poor alignment in your body. So, watching a cat can help you remember, "Oh, shoulders up and down, sit up straight, get the ergonomics right," and then you feel better rather than going, "I think I'm gonna write now." Okay, there you go. Somehow my numbers jumped from 7 to 11. Not too sure how that happened. I didn't check my bullet points very well. Okay. So tip number 8 is sensory details enrichment. Having a cat enriches your environment. You can when you pet them, you can feel that soft fur. If you give them the right vitamins, their fur gets softer because that's what happened with Bold Kitty. You can listen to that purr. I love the purr. I will and just watching them, like, Bold Kitty loves scritchies, and I'll scritch his neck, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, purr, purr, purr. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, oh." I love watching the little details of his face and his body language while he's, like, doing being a cat. Number 9, living metaphors. Cats embody a variety of metaphors, and having a cat around the house can help you come up with those metaphors. So that's 10. So it looks like I only have a baker's dozen, not 15. Okay. 10 is boost creativity. The presence of a cat can create a comfortable and playful atmosphere that can stimulate creative centers and lead to more imaginative writing. Number 11, learning from rejection. If you have a cat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are times when they're just like, okay, talk to the paw, talk to the paw. I'm not having this right now. And you just have to learn to roll with it because life is gonna be full of rejection, which means sometimes your writing will be rejected. And it's not that it's bad writing. I've actually been rejected very nicely many times saying, "This is really good work, it just doesn't fit our publication." So, rejection isn't bad necessarily. Sometimes it leads you to do something better. Number 12, a cat teaches adaptability. Cats are unpredictable, which means you need to adapt. I mean, one day he's eating the chicken food, the next day he won't touch it with a 10-foot pole, and you have to pivot and find him tuna. No, I'm not talking from experience at all. And the baker's dozen number 13 encourages you to explore. Cats are curious. In fact, Bold Kitty, that's a misnomer. We thought he was bold. He was really just curious because he's actually kind of a scaredy cat, but he's extremely curious. And when you're when you're living with a curious cat, it can inspire you to be curious as well. So I hope you found that baker's a dozen ideas of how a cat makes a perfect writing companion. I would love to hear how your pet, whether it's a cat or not, inspires you and helps you in your writing. Just drop it in a comment and let's start the conversation. This is Carma Spence saying, ciao for now.